Hello tribe, as you can see I'm by myself. My name is Aaron Freeman. Normally I'm here with my wife Jocelyn Freeman, but I had a message I wanted to bring to all of you in these 30 days of conscious partnership. And if you have not met us, my wife and I are authors, speakers, social entrepreneurs, and what we're here for is to be ambassadors for partnership. Now what does that mean? We really are here that your relationship, that all relationships are thriving physically, financially, and spiritually. Hence why we bring these messages. And it comes from our own life. And I really wanted to talk today about resistance. When you feel resistance, you can actually have resistance be your friend. Using resistance as an ally. So, let me start. I'm going to tell a story to really emphasize this point. But what I mean is we can all relate to feeling resistance, right? In life, in our partnership, when we start to feel a weight, or having something be heavy, or feel anxiety, feel frustration, and that could be in your finances, that could be at work, with coworkers, your partner. Whenever we feel resistance, by default, we really have it like this shouldn't happen, right? I'm doing something wrong, but what if we could switch these feelings of resistance from being something in the wrong to actually moving us back to the path of purpose? That when we feel resistance, it's the signal to us to say, this isn't the direction for my particular purpose. Let me start moving over in this direction to a place of ease, to a place of non-resistance, to a place of abundance. And so I would like to illustrate this with a story. I was at Costco today, and I was talking to the guy that was ringing out my food at the counter, and I just started asking him some questions about where he was from. He mentioned that he was from New York and that he'd been out in Arizona way too long. And I said, oh really? How long had that been? He said 30 years. And I said, oh, okay. And he's like, I hate being out here. He said, I moved out here to help my mom out. From what I could gather, maybe she was sick, I don't know. But he said it has been way too long. He's really meant to be living in New York. And I said, well, that's great. Are you going to move back to New York? And he said yes. He was so excited. And he said, I am going to be moving back. And I'm thinking to myself, great. It sounds like it's going to be really soon. He said, I got a plan for 9 years. I'm going to move back to New York in 9 years. So what this guy was telling me is from a place that he wanted to be, and a place in Arizona where he did not want to be. He hated it. He could feel the resistance. He could feel something about this not being the place for him. And yet he had been here for 30 years, and he had a plan for 9 years. And I said to him, well, what about next year? And he came up with he's going to buy a house, and he had been through 3 divorces, and he had a lot he was figuring out. And I said to him, well, what if all of that stuff that has happened to you has been telling you that you are to be in New York, that that's where your purpose is at? And for him, he stopped and he said, wow, maybe. Now, I don't know what he was going to do with that, but the point is, here is a guy that was now 39 years of possibly being somewhere where he didn't want to be, which, yes, this was taking away from his experience, but I want to point to the resistance he was feeling. He'd been feeling this, I am not meant to be here, I hate being here. And I'm not saying it's about location, I'm not saying this is conditional, but what if he used that resistance that he was feeling to say that he should be changing his state, or he should be changing his location, or whatever is the guide to tell him that he needs to make a change, that he needs to move over to a path of least resistance to get in line with his purpose. And that really was key. Not only, hopefully he got something, but I got something for myself, that for all of us, when we feel resistance in life, this is not something wrong. We can actually use it as a guide, use it as a map to say this is not the action, or this is not the state of being that I should be in. This is not the energy level or vibration I should be in. And to just guide us over to the vibration or the energy or the path for us to be on to really fulfill our purpose. And the difference, what kind of difference would that make in our relationship and in our partnership? I'm just posing that question. I think it would make a world of difference. And so I really want to just leave with that. And I would love to hear comments from everyone out there. Where in life have you been feeling some resistance? And that may look like anger, that may look like frustration, that may look like sadness, that may look like things feel heavy, like you have a lot of concerns. But if you were to take a step back away from that feeling and say, is this just meant to guide me over to somewhere else, another state, another path? What could that path be? So love to hear your comments. This is Aaron Freeman, 30 Days of Conscious Partnership. My wife and I are committed to 10 more days to be with all of you, to further these ambassadors for partnership, to make this kind of difference in the world that we're all out to make. Thank you for joining so much. Talk to you later.